Pep Talk UK, Pro Beez. Remember, subscribe. And I'm delighted to be joined, fresh off the W, fresh off getting that golden contract. Bling, bling. Ohara Davies. How are you?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I feel good. I got the win yesterday. To be honest, it hasn't even sunk in yet. Everyone's phoning me saying you must be so excited, but I'm not yet. But I know I will be excited in about 2 or 3 or 4 days maybe, when I'm like, damn, I actually won. I won the golden contract. I'm the first ever winner. I made history. The first ever winner of the golden contract. So I feel pleased that I won the fight, but I'm not really gonna go out and celebrate too hard, because that's what causes your downfall, when you go out and you celebrate too hard and you're drinking and you're doing things that you shouldn't really be doing. So I'm just going to stay humble, stay a bit mellow, be around my friends and my family, but I'm going to eat good food and just enjoy life like that.
Yeah, it was a majority decision.
Yeah.
Some people online, they disputed that. They said that it could have gone another way. How did the fight go for you in there? How did you feel it went?
I disagree with that, because even the cards, I felt like the first judge had it as a draw. I was thinking, like, come on, that wasn't a draw. I feel like I won most of the rounds. I'll probably give him 2 or 3 rounds of the fight. So everyone's got their own opinion, but most people know that I won the fight by far. The commentary, it was against me from what I've heard. The commentary was really biased towards Tyrone, Mckenna. I feel like a lot of people, because they dislike me, they don't want to give me the rounds, so they don't want to be fair in the ring because they dislike me out the ring. I'm like, come on, man. But it's okay. At the end of the day, the judges, they saw it a bit close, but I won the fight. The right man won the fight, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, there was a lot of this fight kind of goes back from way back when, way before the pandemic. When it was bubbling under the surface from York Hall.
Yeah.
When you had that incident at the back of York Hall.
Because in my heart, I never hated him. I never called him out. He's been calling me out. I never said anything about him. He's been saying things about me. And I've always known this guy is just not on my level. He is not on my level, like I've always said. Like, he's not on my level. So he's been chasing this fight for years. He finally got the fight, and I beat him in gear 1. So that's what it is, really. I don't feel no way. Because I had nothing against him. It's just a guy that's been calling me out for years and finally got dealt with.
Interesting, man. Do you know what? Some people might say preparations in the build-up seemed a bit sketchy, man. We heard about a gym fight with you and Marku. Again, it wouldn't have seemed like it was ideal preparations. I know you were working hard, but for some people out there, they might thought, hold on a minute, he's going off track again. Is he really focused for this golden contract? And it didn't seem to matter.
Listen, I'm always focused. People talk about I wasn't focused because of the Anti-Fowler beef. Anti-Fowler beef was about 2.5 to 3 months ago. The Marku beef lasted 1 day. One day I was in the gym, we had a small altercation in the gym, and we had a few arguments online. 1 day. Does that mean I'm not focused? No. But that's what he said to try and give him a psychological edge. And that's what a lot of fans said, because they don't understand boxing. What do they think I'm some monk? I'm going to sit down all day, I'm going to meditate on the Tyrone Mckenna fight. I'm a monk. Like, come on. That's not how it works. You live life, you go out, you go to the shop, you do things, but the main focus is the fight. But as you go on throughout your day, you have arguments every now and again, and things happen. That is life. But my focus was always becoming the first ever person to win the golden contract. And that's what I've done.
Yeah, look, it's quite a feat, man. Obviously, look, you've had the highs and lows in your career so far. Still a young man. Take us back to some of them difficult points in your career where, you had the haters on your back. Morale might have been slightly a bit lower up until the point yesterday.
I've had highs and lows in my boxing career. I've learned from some of the mistakes that I believe I've made. Things happen, things that I've said that I shouldn't have said. I feel like it's like a child. You have to start young and you grow as you learn, and you have to mature in your mindset. And I feel like I've kind of matured in my mindset. I've learned to separate the real from the fake. the real friends from the fake friends, what I should do after fights, what I shouldn't do after fights, what I should say and what I shouldn't say. It's all about learning. And, you know, I got right up there one time and then bang, I got thrown under the bus. I was right low on the floor, on the ground. Everyone thought I was done. Everyone was saying, oh, D's done. Woo, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. But, you know, I'm never down and out. God's got me. God's on my side. And I'm right back where I was now. But now I have to handle it a lot better than I handled it before.
Yeah, you feel like you got to say a message to the haters after the, you know, after the Taylor fight, a lot of people were talking a lot of crud online, man. You feel like now you kind of answered back to the haters? Listen,
I don't focus on them. I focus on myself and on my success. You're always going to have a few haters in life. It don't matter what you're doing. You're always going to have a few haters. Just because I respond to them, it's not going to make them all of a sudden start liking me. They're still going to hate me. They're just going to find another reason to hate me, or they're going to wait for someone else to go wrong one day. They're going to say, yes, this gone wrong. Bang, we got him again. So I'm never going to change how they feel about me. So they're entitled to their own opinion, but I don't focus on them. I focus on me and on my success.
I did notice, you know, over the past like year or so, you know, you made a number of changes, man, to the backroom staff. And it would seem like now, you know, is this like the set team now? Or are you always pushing the boundaries to see if you can improve?
Listen, every time I get a new coach, I always say it's a set team, because I always believe every coach I get is the last coach I'm going to have. I don't plan for things to not really work out, but for some reason, they don't really work out. But one thing I can say for sure is that I'm going to be working with Kevin Mitchell and Will Jones again for the next fight. I can't speak about what's going to happen after that, because I've always said everyone's my last coach. So I've stopped saying that now. Now I just say, listen, we take it fight by fight and we see what and we see what happens.
Do you know, it's weird, man. I think it was like, well, only a month or so I saw you. I came up to Essex, and you were saying, man, this is a different OD, man. You know, I've changed, man. I'm mature, and I'm like, it's mad. I actually think this is the case, man.
It happens, isn't it? It's life, man. But one thing that's happened, I've matured in the ring as well. That's the main thing. I've matured in the ring. So and out the ring. So yeah, I'm improving.
Obviously, look, man, you know, I feel like on the domestic scene, you know, there's not too many questions, but I feel like above that, going to world level, what are some of the things that, you know, to get in there with Josh Taylor again, who's a hell of a fighter, unified champion at 140 pounds, some of the things that you feel like you've got to now polish up to try and take on these big guns, like Ramirez as well?
I know that there's certain things that I've got to work on. Even looking at my fight from last night, I've got to work on things, but as of now, I'm not focusing on them, and my mind is not on boxing right now. My mind is on food and enjoying life, eating. So that's the last thing on my mind right now. I feel like you have to take a break from thinking about boxing, talking about boxing, and just enjoy life. So that's the part I'm on now. So that's the last thing on my mind.
Tyrone Marku, I mentioned him earlier in the conversation. Outstanding issue, man. Outstanding beef, man. Is that something that, you know, if it was put on the table and said, look, this would be a tasty fight, is that something that you sort of pursue?
You can get anything for the right price. You can get anything. Mate, I'll fight anyone for the right price. It's not that I've got anything against him. I ain't got anything against him. It's just, if the money's right, mate, give me an opponent and I'll fight him. So it's, for me, it's never personal. It's just business.
Did you two kind of make up after the whole spat, or is it still lingering?
I haven't spoken to him or to anyone about it since what happened. It's just been left, really. There's no hype behind it no more. He's gonna be fighting, I think, next month, so he's got his fight date. I fought yesterday, so nothing's really come of that. There's nothing been ongoing, so it is what it is, really.
Yeah. So obviously moving to MTK Global, signing up with them, is that the best move that you could have made in your career?
That's the best move I could have made in my career. After I got thrown under the bus, many people thought I was done. I thought I was done. I thought, mate, I've been thrown under the bus. Where am I going to go from here? I've left my promoter, my coach, my manager, the only 3 people I've known in boxing, and I've got to trust someone new. And with MTK, I knew about MTK, but the only thing I knew about them is that they had a good reputation. I never experienced them, so I was a bit going into it. But once I signed with them, I was like, yo, these guys are okay. Then it was like, these guys are good. Now I'm like, these guys are very good.
Hey, A lot of money, man. A lot of money going to be wired into that account, man.
A lot of money to be made in this game, in this sport.
A lot of that moolah, man. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? I mean, have you had any thoughts about, you know, I don't know, a new Ferrari? I don't know, new drop top whip, new range.
I'm thinking about getting the BMW i8. But then I can't justify it. You know what? Before every fight I have, I say to myself, if I win this fight, I'm gonna get the BMW i8. I'm gonna get the BMW i8. That's what I said before I fought Logan Yoon. Then I said that before I fought Fury. Said that before I fought Tyrone, McKenna. But I can't justify spending that money on a BMW i8 until I'm set for life. I'm set. Why am I gonna go and spend 45k on a car? 40 grand on a car? Come on, I can't justify that. So I feel like I need to be in a more stable place financially. I need to make a few more investments first. I need to get more property. So like me paying 40k for a BMW i8, I can put that down on a deposit to get another house, another flat. So until I do that a few more times, then I can justify it. But as of now, driving my 14-plate Audi A5 that everyone says I'm driving a banger, that's okay. Do you know why? I'll drive a banger, but I've got the house keys.
Hey, man. I think the old Ohara probably would have made it rain in the club, man, and thrown up the money in the sky, man.
Not me anymore.
Look, man, you've had a hard fight yesterday, man. Enjoy, man. Enjoy the moment, man. Well done to you, man. Congrats again, man.
Thank you, bro.
Wish you the best, man, for the future, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Pep Talk, Ohara Davies, the winner of the Golden Contract. We signing out.
Peace.
Cheers, man.